ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। Om. Dear friends, we are seeing the 6th chapter of Vedanta Panchadashi. The name is Chitradeepa Prakaranam, and in the last class we read shloka number 58. And the overall context is about the confusion between the real I and the false I. The real I is capital I, not EY-I. The real self is that Kutastha, that is Swam, which is designated by the word Swam as used by Vidyaranya in this Panchadashi. The word Swa refers to Kutastha and Aham refers to the Jiva, the ego. So, but unfortunately, we do mistake. We do that Itaretara and then we mistake one for the other. So, we think that this ego is the real self. So, that is what he has been saying. In the 57th shloka, he was saying, Astam dustarkikais sakam vivadaha prakrutam bruve. Okay, leave aside the dispute with this dustarkikas. Dustarkikas means all these wranglers, wrangling. You know what is wrangling? Wrangling is arguing, unnecessarily arguing. Dustarkikai. All these people are wranglers. And swa ahamoha siddham ekatvam kutastha parinaminoha. One is kutastha and the other is parinami. But unfortunately, you are seeing them as one. And the next shloka also we read, that is Brahmyante Panditam Manyaha Sarve Laukika Tarkikaha Anadrutya Shrutim Maurkhyat. So they disregard the Shruti, Maurkhyat, out of foolishness, and Kevalam Yuktimashritaha. Instead of following a Yukti in accordance with the Shruti, they follow the Shruti which is in accordance with the Yukti. So that is the problem. So that is what they do. So Brahmyante Panditam Manyaha, and they think they are the Panditam Manyaha. They don't care for the Anubhava, Shruti, Yukti and Anubhava. The Shruti, the Yukti has to follow in accordance with the Shruti. Shruti matas tarko anusandhiyatam. Instead of doing that, they are doing yuktimata shruti. So that is what they are doing. So now we come to the next shloka. Next shloka also he is giving a slap. He has given one slap in the earlier shloka, Brahmyante Panditam Manyaha. He is giving another slap in this present shloka, that is 59th shloka. I will read. Purva paraparamarshya vikalas tatra kechana vakyabhasan swasvapakshe yojayantyapyalajjaya. The Avatarika says, Nanu shrutyartha pravaktaropi केचिदित्थं कुतो न जानन्ति इति आशंक्य श्रुत्यर्थ प्रवक्तारः अपि. Those who also talk about shrutyartha, oh, this is the meaning of shruti, this is the purport of the shruti. So that is what they say. Tepi kechit ittham kuto na jananti. Why some of them they don't know that? Why they get confused? Iti ashankya tesham sakalyena shrutyartha paryalochana bhavat ityaha. Sakalyena means in totality, sakalam, you know, the word sakala, sakalasya bhava sakalya. Sakalyana means in totality. They are not able to see the total picture. They are only seeing like blind people going and examining an elephant. One person says, oh, this elephant is like a trunk. And another person touches the ear and then says, no, the elephant is like a winnow. Another person touches the tail and says, oh, it is like a rope. It's like that. So, Shrutyartha Paryalochana Abhavat. Abhavat means absence of a perception of a total picture, absence of the vision of a total picture of the Shruti. So, that is what it is. Ityaha Purva Pareti. So, the shloka, if we see, Purva Para Paramarsya Vikalaha Tatra Keshana. Tatra means in this context, Kechana Panditam Manyaha. Kechana refers to the earlier shloka Panditam Manyaha. What are they? Purva Apara Paramarsya Vikalaha. Purvam means what has been told earlier. Apara means what is going to be told later. Paramarsha. Paramarsha means reference to that. What a reference? Reference is paramarsha. What has been told earlier and what is going to be told later, they don't refer to that. Paramarsha vikalaha. Vikala means failure. Vikala, vikalangulu, we say vikalanga. Vikalanga is somebody is physically handicapped, but these people are mentally handicapped. Vikalaha, paramarsha vikalaha. They are incompetent. We should say incompetent, let us say. Paramarsha vikalaha, they are unable to do that. And what do they do? Vakyabhasan swaswapakshe yojayanti api alajjaya. Alajjaya api, without shame, even without shame. Alajjaya api, even without shame. Swaswapakshe yojayanti, in favor of their own argument. Swaswapakshe, swapaksha is their own argument, their own siddhanta. Yojayanti, they apply this siddhanta, Vedanta, to their siddhanta in a very shameless way. In a very shameless way. And vakya bhasan, they pick up some vakyas, they pick up some sentence out of context. They don't see the overall context. If you have seen the overall context, there are Shadvidha Tatparya Lingani, that Upakrama, Upasamhara, then that shloka suddenly I am forgetting. So there is one shloka, Upakrama, Upakrama, Upasamharu, then Tatparya Nirnaya, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaya, something like that. There is a shloka. I will check up and tell you tomorrow. So that this Shadvidha Tatparya Lingani, Drashtavyani, we have to examine. Instead of seeing the text in its entirety, we are seeing only a part of it. You are taking one sentence, you are just quoting it out of context in order to support your own argument. Vakya bhasan swaswapakshe yojayanti api alajjaya. Then, so basically they try to quote the Shruti to justify their own doctrine, or rather deliberately or knowingly they do distort the Shruti. Obviously they are not so foolish. They are not so foolish, they are also intelligent people only, so deliberately they do distort and try to take the Shruti as a pramana. Then the next, who are all they? Now there is a discussion from this shloka onwards, so say from 59, 60 onwards, right up to 100th shloka. Right up to 100th shloka, there is a discussion on various schools, various standpoints of various schools of philosophers. So that is what we will see, starting from the people who accept only one pramana, that is pratyaksha pramanavadinaha. Then start going up to various other shades, different shades of people who say that no, this body itself is the Atma. Some people say right from the beginning of mankind, let us say, man has been thinking about not only the external world, at least some people they thought about, or rather posed questions about what is myself. Mostly in India, though not abroad, mostly in India, our people have posed this question: who am I? What is this? In all other places, the Western philosophy, if you see, it mostly observes the external world. In Indian philosophy, it observes the observer. So that is the uniqueness of Indian philosophy which we see. And in this, people have been saying, okay, they start with the body, whatever is very, very grossly seen. And then again, they slightly go back to prana. We know all this process. Yeah. We have seen this pravilapana prakriya. In this Taittiriya Upanishad, we have seen almost the same lines he is going to show. And these lines, these are the points of view expressed by various people called lokayata. Loke ayata. Well, very well spread in loka. That is what is lokayata. Also called charvaka. Charvaka is what? Charu. Charu means beautiful. Charu. Charu, Tanvangi, people say they praise women. Charu. Charu is Charu Vaka. Charu Vakti iti Charvakaha. Charu, he talks beautifully. Everything is so nice. Ranam krutva kritam pivet. Basmi bhutasya dehasya punaragamanam kutaha. He says, Yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you live happily. And Ranam krutva kritam pivet. You borrow. That is why all these non-performing assets these are the people who are absolute lokayatas, or people who cheat to the banks and then go out of the country and then they stay somewhere in London. These are the people, they are the lokayatas. Ranam krutva kritam pibet, bhasmi bhutasya dehasya. Once the body goes into ashes, where is the question of re-coming here? There is no question of second coming. And they also say, okay, if you are various things like that. If something, suppose the food which is given to your father, the food which is given in a Shraddham, if it is going to your forefathers, suppose say, in Shraddha we give the Pindas. If it is going to your forefathers, why don't you give food sitting here? Why don't you give food to your own father who is staying somewhere away or who is sitting in the second floor? You give here food here itself, his belly will be full. Or suppose by killing a goat you think that the goat is going to heaven. Why don't you kill your father? He will straight go to heaven. So these are the types of arguments which the Lokayatas they make. And that is what the present day TV debaters also they do. Some of these TV debaters who come and try to denounce Hinduism for all its so-called practices or rather so-called, what can we say, superstitions, they advance some similar arguments only. Unfortunately, the people who attend those debates, they don't read Vedanta. If they properly read Vedanta, they can go and they can reply to all that. So that is the problem. So anyway, so the next shloka is, I will read the Avatarika first. Tatra tavat pratyakshaika pramana abhyupagamena atisthoolatvat lokayatadi paksham prathamato anubhashate. Now he is talking about the Lokayatas. Pratyakshaika pramana abhyupagama. Abhyupagamena is, abhyupagam means accepting. Abhyupaityavadam we also say. Pratyakshaika pramana. They accept only pratyaksha. They accept only whatever is seen by the senses and whatever is known by the mind by directly pratyaksha pramana. Aksham prati. Aksham is indriyam. Aksham prati is pratyaksham. Whatever is seen, or seen means not only by the eye, whatever is known by the five senses directly is what is pratyaksham. Aksham not only means, akshi is eye, aksham is indriya. So the pratyakshaika pramana abhyupagamena ati sthulatvat. Sthula means very grass thinking, very superficial thinking. Sthulatvat lokayatadi paksham prathamataha anubhashate. So he is repeating. Anubhashate means anuvadati, anubhashate, one and the same. Kutasthadi iti. So kutasthadi shariranta sanghatasya atmatam jaguhu lokayatah pamarasya pratyakshabhasamashritaha. So pratyaksha abhasam ashritaha. Ashritaha means dependent on the pratyaksha abhasa. Whatever is seen by the eye, whatever is seen by eye, sometimes okay, it is also limited to the capacity of your senses, isn't it? Whatever we know is something which is limited by the capacity of our senses. Our eyes only see a particular bandwidth of light. Our ears listen to only one particular bandwidth or one particular range of decibels. And similarly smell and similarly touch and all these things, they are all limited. And suppose there is some cyclone or something like that, the dogs and donkeys, they know it in advance. Suppose there is an earthquake, the donkeys know in advance and not we. So that means there is some extrasensory perception in comparison to the human being. Our human senses have a particular range. The dog's senses have another range. So we don't know what is the reality. Our reality, our sense of reality depends on the limitation of all our senses, isn't it? Like Shankaracharya says, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthitam. It is a very good example which I always quote. That is, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthitamaha Deepa Prabha Bhaswaram. Visualize a pot, and inside the pot there is a very bright lamp, and to the pot there are a few holes, and through those holes some rays of light are coming out, and you think that those rays of light are the total knowledge. And this ghatam is nothing but our own body. And the holes are our own senses. And that bright light is the same Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, which is reflecting in our Antahkarana, which is going out through these limited senses. And we think that we know everything. So that is why he says, Pratyaksha abhasamashritaha. What is Pratyaksha? It need not be true, because in our own presence we are seeing that things are appearing, they are growing, they are dying, they are changing. There is so much of change which is going on. And you look at the sky and then the sky is blue. But in fact, there is no blueness in the sky, and there are so many things. And you see the sun is coming up from the east and then going and then setting in the west. And similarly, the moon also is rising from some other corner. So all these are all appearances, but they are not true. So pratyaksha abhasamashritaha. So all this reality, though we are seeing this ephemeral nature of that reality, we are still, some people they stick on to that, no, I don't accept anything unless I see. That is the problem. So Kutastha Adi Shariranta, starting from Kutastha right down to Sharira, from the subtlest to the grossest. Sanghatasya, this is a Sanghata, it is a complex, Sambhita Sanghatasya, Atmatam Jaguhu. So they say that this is the Atma, Atmata, they give the stature of Atma to that, the stature of Atma. Atmatam Jaguhu, people say. Who? Lokayataha Pamarasya, Lokayataha, our TV debaters, Janavijnana Vedika people, and Pamarasya means very ignorant people. Of course, the very ignorant people are much better, at least they do follow some God. Very ignorant people, at least they go, then they think that there is some God. But here, of course, Pamaraha we can include, let us say, very ignorant people. Pratyaksha Abhasam Ashritaha. So the Tika is also only one line. Pratyaksha Siddhatvena Deha Deha Atmatvam Paramarthikam Syat. Pratyaksha Siddhatvena. You are directly seeing the body. So Deha Dehe Atmatvam Paramarthikam Syat. Paramarthikam is, that is what is absolute. Your body is what is absolute. And whatever is known by the body, Indriya, this mind and senses, they are the absolute. Iti Syat, iti Ashankya Uktam Pratyaksha Abhasamiti. Why is he using the word Pratyaksha Abhasa instead of using the word Pratyaksha Abhasa, Pratyaksham? So that is because of the very ephemeral nature. The very ephemeral nature of what all we see, very temporary, very fleeting nature of what all we see. Then the next sloka also is like that. This is also continuing about Lokayatas. Lokayata, I told the meaning. Loke, Ayata. Ayata means very well spread, very popular. These words are, these such utterances are very popular. So that is the reason why certain TV channels are very popular. Because all the people, they just revel in such arguments. So the next shloka, the avatarika is Te pratyakshaika pramanavadinopi paravyamohanaya swamatam shruti siddhamiti darshayitum vakyamapyudaharanti. So these people, pratyakshaika pramanavadinaha, those who accept only the pramana. We know what is pramana, we know. Pramana is pramayaha karanam pramanam. Prama is yathartha jnanam prama. That is, whatever is the right knowledge is prama. Pramayaha Karanam, the tool for that valid knowledge is called pramana. We know that there are pramanas are very many. And of course in Vedanta Shastra, prama, pratyakshama, pramanatu chaitanyameva says. There is a lot of difference between what Tarkikas says, the meaning of prama according to Tarkikas and the meaning of prama according to Vedanta. The meaning of prama according to Tarkikas is, there is indriyartha sannikarsha-janyam jnanam pratyaksham. So that is the indriya, there is the artha, that is the sense, and there is an object. And the indriyartha janyam, sannikarsha janyam, indriya gets into contact with the vishaya, and then that knowledge is produced in the mind. So they say knowledge is produced in the mind, and that is what is the valid knowledge. That is what they say. Whereas Vedanta says, this consciousness is pre-existing. Pratyaksha pramatu chaitanyameva. Chaitanya is very much existing. It is because of this Chaitanya that Indriya is able to see. It is because of the Chaitanya that mind is able to see. This is the basic difference. So we will keep aside Vedanta view for the time being. We will see this, we will follow this argument. So these people, what do they say? Para pratyakshaika pramanavadinopi paravyamohanaya, in order to delude others. That is what is happening to us nowadays. That is what is happening to all these Indian scholars, because we don't read Sanskrit, we don't read Vedanta, because unless we read Vedanta, we cannot establish ourselves. Because Vedanta is the only thing which cannot be shaken. And Vedanta is the only thing which makes you not shake. Na vichalyate. Gurunapi na vichalyate, as Gita says, you will not be shaken by any other argument if you know any argument after reading Vedanta. But unfortunately, somebody criticizes Ramayana, somebody criticizes some other Mahabharata, and we get so shaken, and all these things happen. We are not able to give proper replies because our replies will not be substantiated on the strength of Vedanta. If we reply on the strength of Vedanta, then all their arguments will be superficial. That is the problem. Anyway, Here, paravyamohanaya swamatam shruti siddhamiti darshayitum. So they want to show that their arguments, they are according to Shruti. Vakyamapi udaharanti. Basically to validate their arguments on the strength of Shruti. To validate their arguments on the strength of Shruti, they say, okay, they quote some line. What is this? Sava yesha purushon narasamaya. He is going to quote. Aha shrauti kartum iti. So we will read this sloka. Shrauti kartum swapaksham te kosham annamayam tatha virojanasya siddhantam pramanam pratijagnire. Shrauti kartum swapaksham. Swapaksham shrauti kartum. Shrauti kartum means whatever is not Shruti, you are trying to make it a Shruti. Bhasmi karanam. What is Bhasmi karanam? Whatever is not Bhasmam, you are making it a Bhasmam. So like that, Shrauti karanam means whatever is not Shruti, you are making it into a Shruti. So your idea is not according to Shruti, but you want to make it appear as though it is according to Shruti. Shrauti karanam, that is it. Shrauti kartum. In grammar there is a particular word for that. I am forgetting. Shrauti kartum swapaksham te kosham annamayam tatha. This annamaya kosha is what is mentioned in Taittiriya Upanishad. It is mentioned not only in Taittiriya, in many other places also it is mentioned. So virochanasya siddhantam pramanam pratijagnire. Virochana. Virochana is what? Virochana is the king of the demons. If you see the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is a story where Indra and Virochana, they go to their originator, that is Prajapati, who is the father for both of them. You call it Kashyapa Prajapati, you call whatever Prajapati. So that Prajapati, these people, they go and then they want to know what is this reality, absolute reality, what is this Atma. There is one saying, if you know Atma, you will know everything. Kasminu Bhagavo Vijñate. So what is that? Not that Kasminu Bhagavo. Kasminu Bhagavo is some other Upanishad which we studied. There, Dakshinayachin Purusha. So they go with the idea that once you know Atma, you are everything is fulfilled. So that is what they have heard from some herd, and they both go to Prajapati. And Prajapati asks them to observe Brahmacharyam for some time, and they do observe Brahmacharya, and then they do come. And Prajapati asks them to take a pan and put some water in that. In that water in the pan, you look at yourself. You look at yourself. Okay, yes, I am seen. Okay, then go and very well decorate yourself, and then see yourself. And then they adorn themselves in a very beautiful way, and then they again do come and see, and then they find it very beautiful. Earlier also they found their own self, and here also they are finding their own self. So Prajapati says, oh, that is your self, you go and contemplate on that. So Virochana goes back happily thinking that yes, my body is such a handsome body, my muscles and whatnot, this is the real self. So that is the Virochana Siddhantam. Virochana means Vishaya, there is some interpretation given. Rochana means shining, prakasha, isn't it? Or rather Ruchi, Vishayeshu Ruchi. So that person is Virochana. And we should not confuse it with Virechana. Virechana is motions. Virochana and Virechana, these two words we should not confuse. Virochana is something which is somebody who is having a great Ruchi in all the Vishayas. And Virechana is motions. The dhatu itself is different. So anyway, Virochanasya Siddhantam. And after telling that, this Virochana goes and he is very happy with that. But Indra, he contemplates on that, he finds that there is something wrong. No, this body is Jayate, Asti, Vardhate, Parinamati, all these Shad Bhava Vikaras are taking place. And the body is eternally undergoing some change and it ultimately dying. How can this be the Atma? Then he goes back and then he asks. So similarly, again he asks him to do some sort of brahmacharya observe. So again and again he comes, and then in that process he tells him what is seen in the Jagrada Avastha. Then again he goes to Swapna Avastha, and then again goes to Sushupti Avastha. And the consciousness which is present in all these three states, which is a witness to all these three states. So gradually from known to unknown, that Prajapati leads Indra to the Atmajnana. So that is what we see in that Upanishad. That is, what is that Upanishad? Indra Virochana and Indra, chapter Chandogyopanishad 8-8. Chandogyopanishad 8-8. That is the two people, Indra and Virochana, they go to Prajapati and then they ask about what is Atma. So that entire discussion we find there. So Virochanasya Siddhantam Pramanam Pratijagnire. Pramanam iti Pratijagnire means Pratignyam Akurvan. They very strongly postulated Pratijagnire. Not even telling in a casual way, you are making a pratignya, you are asserting, yes, this is what has been told by the Shruti. So you are asserting and very emphatically quoting our Shruti. So that is the point. Virochanasya Siddhantam Pramanam iti Pratijagnire. Pratignyam Akurvan. So that is it. Pratignyam Kurvanti athava Pratignyam Akurvan. Here of course Pratijagnire is past tense, so Pratignyam Akurvan. Then, or they understood like that, that also we can say. Pratijagnire, strictly speaking, we can say Pratignyam Akurvan. Then, the next level, we are going to a slightly next level where they think that, oh, there is something which is apart from the body, because when the body falls, when a person dies and the body falls, there is something else which is remaining. So that is what they say. That is, asmin mate dosha darshana purassaram matantara muttapayati. In this earlier contention that the body itself is the Atma, there is something wrong in this. So matantara muttapayati. Matantara means another level. What do? Oh, commentary I forgot. Okay. Shrauti kartum iti. Kosham annamayamiti shabdena annamaya kosha pratipadakam. Annamaya kosha pratipadaka pratipadakam vakyam. What is that? Sava yesha purusho narasamayah. Do you remember where it is from? It is from Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad, after that, what is that? Akashad, Vayuhu, Vayu, Ragni, etc., etc. In the end, Annat Purushaha, what is this? Voshadibhyo, Annat Purushaha. Then the next line is this: Sava yesha purusho narasamaya tasyedame vashiraha ayam uttara pakshaha ayam dakshina pakshaha. That is there. That visualization of this person, Annamaya Kosha, as a in human form, Pakshi form, bird form, Taittiriya, the Tittiri Pakshi, isn't it? Then again, Pranamaya Kosha also is visualized in a bird form. So this is what is the head, this is the tail, these are the paksha, these are the wings. So that is how it is described. So Savayesha Purusho Annarasamayah. This body is something which is Annarasamayah. This is a product of only the food which we have eaten. Ityadi Vakyam Lakshyate Virochanasya Siddhantamiti. So this is the Virochana Siddhantam. Then Tat Siddhanta Pratipadakam Atmaiva Dehamayah Ityadi Vakyam Lakshyate. This is from some other Upanishad. No reference given here. Atmaiva Dehamayah Ityadi Vakyam Lakshyate. Etad Vakyadvayam Pramanatvena Pratijanante eva. Pramanatvena. They say, yes, this is the Pramana. This is the Pramana. This is the Pramana means that is the standard. This is the standard which we are accepting. Then Natu Upapadaitum Kshamaha Prakarana Virodhat iti bhavaha. But they are not able to carry on forward. Upapadanam. Upapadanam means they have to establish their argument, isn't it? They simply quote this, but they can't go further because Prakarana Virodhat. It is something which is out of context. Prakarana Virodhat. What they are quoting is not in. It is not fitting with the overall picture which is presented in the text. The overall picture presented is something different. And what these people are quoting is Prakarana Virodha. That is what. So then the next sloka is, we are going to the next level. We are going to the next level. The people who are saying, yes, there is something called Indriya, which is apart from the body. That is what is. Jivatma nirgame deha maranasyatra darshanat dehatirikta evatmetyahur lokayata pare. Pare lokayataha, some other lokayatas, another has slightly higher level of lokayatas, pare lokayataha. What do they say? Jivatma nirgame, that is when there is something called Jivatma, there is something called, of course let us not say soul, there is something called Jivatma. Soul, of course, because in other religions, it has a different connotation at all. So this Jivatma is something which is unique to each body, and when this Jivatma goes away, Deha Maranasyatra Darshanat, then we are saying, okay, this person is dying, this Deha is dying. And so long as the Jivatma is there, Deha is quite active. Once the Jivatma goes, this body goes and this body falls, and then the body disappears, decays and disappears. So all these things happen. So therefore, Dehatirikta eva Atma. So there is this Atma is something which is different from the body. Dehat atiriktaha Atma. Dehatirikta is Dehat atiriktaha Atma. Iti ahuhu lokayatah pare. Iti ahuhu. They say like that. There is no commentary for that. Then now what is the argument for them? We see the next avatarika. Kidrusho Dehatirikta Atma. Kidrushaha Dehatirikta Atma. What is this Atma? Of what type is this? Kenava pramanena avagamyate. By what pramana can it be known? Then iti ashankya ashankayam aha. What is then posing that question, he is answering. Pratyakshatvena abhimata aham dhir dehatirekinam gamayed indriyatmanam vachmi ityadi prayogatah. Pratyakshatvena abhimata aham dhihi dehatirekinam gamayet indriyatmanam. Dehatirekinam indriyatmanam gamayet. So this whatever is directly seen, pratyakshatvena abhimata, whatever is directly accepted, that is I exist. So that is what we all accept. Ahamdhi is what? Abhimata ahamdhi, I exist, I. This is something dehatirekinam gamayet. It is leading to something which is distinct from the body. That is what these people say. When we say I, that Jivatma is referring to that Jivatma. So that I, when I say, I am saying, I am feeling, I am doing this, so vachmi, ityadi prayogat. Vachmi means what? Aham vachmi, I am saying. Iti prayogat, I am doing this, iti prayogat. This I is something which is different. This I, that self is there, something different. So, dehatirekinam gamayet, dehatirekinam indriyatmanam gamayet. This is something to do with the indriyas, because all these indriyas are there. These indriyas are only knowing. Indriyatmavadi, mana atmavadi, one level after the other he is going. Initially only body, the second level indriyatma, the next level is mana atma, then another next level is vijnana atma. So in that manner he is trying to lead. So pratyakshatvena abhimata aham dhihi Dehatirekinam indriyatmanam gamayet. So that is the anvaya for this shloka. So whatever this ahamdhi, the idea of self which is directly perceived by a person, it is leading to gamayet, means it is leading you to some other place. What? Gamayet, indriyatmanam gamayet. And what is that indriyatma? Dehatiriktaha indriyatma. Dehatirekinam indriyatmanam gamayet. You understood this shloka? Yes. So whatever you are directly seeing, this I, notion of I which you are directly knowing, this is what is leading to the conclusion that there is something which is apart from the body. What is that? Indriyatma. It is of the nature of indriyas. It is of the nature of sense organs. Why? Vachmi, pashyami, then shrunomi, all these things we are saying. So these 5 sense organs, they are doing 5 things. Iti ityadi prayogatah. So commentary is aham vachmi, pashyami, ityadi prayoga darshanat. So there is a prayoga. We use these words. I am saying, I see, etc. Dehatirikta aham buddhi gamyani indriyani atma ityarthaha. So this is something which is dehatiriktam. The body is not seeing. Suppose you close your eye, the body is not seeing, or the body is not speaking with this. There is what is called a sense organ. So the senses are the Atma. So that is what is this level. And what is their Shruti Pramana? They also quote one Shruti Pramana. They also say, Vagadina, next shloka, I will read the avatarika first. Nanu indriyanam acetananam katham atmatvam ityashankya. And Vedanta says indriyas are achetana. Indriya are achetana, mind also is achetana. They attain that chetanatva, not attain, they appear as though they are chetana only because of the reflection of consciousness on them. Because these are derivatives from the sattvikamsha of the unquintuplicated panchabhutas. Apanchikruta panchabhutebhyaha tesham sattvikamshebhyaha. From the sattvikamsha of the unquintuplicated five elements, these indriyas and mind are born. So that is why they are able to reflect the consciousness. They are more subtle than the body. Rajoguna and Tamoguna. The rest of the body is a product of Rajoguna and Tamo Amsha of the five elements. So, but these people, they say, no, these indriyas are Chaitanya. They do have Chaitanyam, they say. So, but Purva, this Siddhanta is asking, Nanu, Indriyanam, Achetananam, Kathamatmatvam. Indriyas are actually achetana. How can you say they are Atma? Iti ashankya. Shrutishu Indriya Samvada Shravanat. In the Shrutis, in some places, there is a small episode where Indriyas, they compete with one another, or rather, Aham Shreyase Vivadamanaha. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there is an episode. Brihadaranyaka, that is, the episode is called Pranendriya Samvada. Pranendriya Samvada. That is 6-1. 6-1 is 6th Adhyaya, 1st Brahmana. Mantras 7 to 15 or something like that. That is the reference given by our Ramakrishna Mission text. 6-1-7. And once it looks as though all these indriyas, each one felt it was very, very important. If I am not there, this fellow will die. If I am not there, there is absolutely no life for him. So it so happened that one organ went out. Which went out first, I don't remember. Let us say, okay, Shrotram went out first. The Shrotram went out first, and then it was there, it just roamed around for 1 year and then came back just to see, if the fellow is still alive or not. The fellow is very happily alive. Very happily alive, even if somebody is abusing, he is not aware of it, he is more happy when the ears are not there. So he is very happy. Then this Shrotra, which had done Utkramanam and Punah Pravesha, that is what they say. Utkramanam is going out. Punah Pravesha is re-entering. So whatever it did Utkramanam in the beginning, it again, in a very humble manner, it re-enters. Then again the eye, Chakshu, it also goes out. It also goes out, and then okay, the person stays as a blind person, and all people, they pity him, and then they all take care of him. So the man is still alive. So after 1 year, it also comes back, and then it is okay. It also very humbly returns. So similarly, all the organs, mind also goes away. Mind thinks, okay, I am the boss of all these indriyas, I can also go away. And then when the mind also goes away, then this man is like a madman. This chap is like a mad person, and then he is just wandering here and there, and then but still some people are taking care of him, and he is still alive. He is not dead. So the mind also humbly comes back. And finally, prana. Prana is the vital. There, the context is to show that the prana, the supremacy of the prana. So the prana, when it tries to go away, the moment it tries to go away, all other things feel as though they are dying. That is the thing. And the example given is the Saindhava, Sindhu Desha Dagatam Agataha Ashvaha. That is, the horse which is from that Sindhu region is supposed to be very powerful. And in order to test that horse, it seems they used to keep some pegs. And then they used to tie the horse to the pegs, 4 or 5 pegs. And then they just give a whiplash to that horse, and then the horse suddenly bolts. When the horse bolts, all these, along with the pegs, all the pegs will come out, and then the horse bolts. So that shows the strength. So in order to test the horse, whether the horse is alert or not, or whether the horse is dull. So in order to test the horse, they used to do like that. So like when the horse tries to bolt, all the pegs, they just come out. Like that, they were about to be uprooted. All the indriyas were about to be uprooted. So that is that episode in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So there, what do they see? Prana and Indriyanam Samvadaha. They are talking to one another. So when the indriyas are talking to one another, then obviously they are all Chetanamantaha. So that is what they say. That is basically it is a symbolic story. It is a symbolic story. But these people, it seems, they do quote, that is Indriya and mind. Okay, they are also very sentient. Then Samvada Shravanad Achetanatvam Asiddham Ityaha. So you can't call it Achetana because they are arguing, they are talking, and they are going out and coming back, etc. Vagadinam Indriyanam Kalaha Shrutishu Shrutah Tera Chaitanyametesham Atmatvam Tatayevahi. In Vagadinam Indriyanam, Vak Adinam Indriyanam. Vak, what is this word? Vak is what? Karmendriya. Of course, Adinam Indriyanam. There, of course, not Vak, it goes away. Shrotra, Shabda, Rasagandha, all these things. Not Shrotra, Shabda. Shrotram, Shrotra, Chakshu, Jihva, Rasana, Grana. These are the 5 Indriyas, isn't it? So these Indriyas, they do clash. Kalaha is clash. Indriyanam kalaha, shrutishu, shrutaha. In these shrutis, we do see that, we do hear about it. That is referring to that Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 6-1. Tena, by that, etesham chaitanyam. Up to that point is one line. Tena chaitanyam etesham. Up to that is one point. Tatayevahi tesham atmatvam. Tatayevahi atmatvam. Atmatvam? Whose atmatvam? Tesham atmatvam. Tatayeva. Because we see an episode where the Indriyas are arguing with one another, then you have to accept that the Indriyas are Chetana. A very primitive argument, but still there are people who say that Indriyas are the Atma. Of course, not now. Probably at that time there were lot many people who were telling who were the Dehatmavadis, Indriyatmavadi, Manatmavadi, etc., etc. Then the next shloka, they are going to a slightly higher level. That is prana. We have seen the Pranendriya Samvada. In the Pranendriya Samvada, ultimately who won? It is the prana which won. Prana says when the prana is about to go, then all other people they do surrender to him and then say you are the boss. Then prana also says yes, you have accepted that I am the boss. When what happens? Then like all these smaller kings, they do pay some tribute to the emperor. They do pay some tribute to the emperor. Like that you have to pay tribute. All of you go and fetch things to me. All of you go and fetch food to me. That is what the prana says. So all these Indriyas, they are forever going and fetching food to the prana. And that is what we see prana rai. Pranancha rayincha. That is what we saw in Prashnopanishad. The entire creation they do visualize in 2 levels. That is, one is the eater and the other is eaten. Annamcha rayimcha. Annam is rai. Pranamcha rayimcha. Pranam is that fire. And rai, annam is that is eaten, ahuti. So that is the reason why even during when we take food, we are asked to take food with the idea that you are offering ahutis to the fire, that Vaishvanar Agni which is there in you. So that is what we say. So and with that sense, if you are eating, then you will be getting that punyam of Agnishtoma Yaga. That is what we saw in that Prashnopanishad. So here they are referring to that. Hairanyagarbhaha, there no avatarika. Okay, Matantaram Uthapayati Hairanyagarbhaha iti. Hiranyagarbha is supposed to be the cosmic prana. Hiranyagarbha is Samashti prana, isn't it? Samashti prana, of course, is also the Samashti mind, but right now he is taking at the Samashti prana level. And Hairanyagarbha pranatma vadinastveva mochire chakshuradyakshalopepi pranasatve tu jivati. Nowadays we see it very well. People kept on the ventilator. Probably in olden days. We don't know how in olden days, in spite of all these things, the prana, they still observed people who are still breathing and alive, even when all the sense faculties are gone, and even when the mind has failed, even then probably people were breathing for some time. So that is what they saw. But nowadays we can very easily see from what we see from the ventilator. The person is put on the ventilator, he is there for about 15 days and then he is still alive. Like that. Hairanyagarbhaha pranatmavadinaha. Pranatmavadinaha means those who say that prana is the Atma. Pranatmavadinah, Manatmavadinah, Indriyatmavadinah, Dehatmavadinah, Dehameva Atma, iti ye vadanti te Dehatmavadinah, like that. Pranatmavadinah tu evam uchire. This way, in this way, they said, what? Chakshuradi akshalopepi. Chakshuhu adi akshalopepi. Even when there is akshalopa, akshaya is indra, aksha, not akshaya. Akshalopa means indriya lopa. Even when the indriyas are absent, chakshuhu adi indriyas are absent, prana sattvetu, when the prana is existing, prana sattva, sattva means what? Existence. When prana sattvetu, jivati. So that is what people have noticed. So prana is the most important thing, that is the Atma. So that is what they said. And what is the next sloka also is supporting the same. Here, pranasya atmatve shrauta lingani darsayati. Shrauta lingani means lingam. Lingam means what? Linga is an indication. That is the hetu, we can say, that is the reason, we can say. Linga, we can also say reason. The statements from the Shruti, they are showing. What do they say? Prano jagarti suptepi pranashreshthyaadikam shrutam koshah pranamaya samyag vistarena prapanchitah. Prano jagarti suptepi. So we have seen in the Prashnopanishad also, these three avasthas we have seen. And in all these three avasthas, prana was very much there. And in all, the first avastha, the body is very much awake, the indriyas are awake, the mind is awake. What is that? Jagrata avastha. Jagrata avastha, the mind and the indriyas all are awake. And in this Swapna avastha, the indriyas are withdrawn, whereas the mind is still active. And in this Swapna avastha, even the mind is withdrawn. Mind also becomes leenam bhavati. Then what else is remaining? Physically, visually, the prana is still breathing, and then he is still maybe snoring also. Not only breathing, he can be snoring also. So that he is seen. Then, of course, then later, of course, we will come to the level of Chaitanya. But right now, we will see only prana. So that is the reason why prano jagarti suptepi. Prana is the only thing which is jagarti, which is there even in the supti. That is therefore prana shraishthyadikam shrutam in the Shruti, in some other places also. Pranasya shraishthyam. Shraishthyam is shreshtatvam. Ityadikam shrutam. It is there in the Shrutis. And also kosha pranamaya savayesha purusho narasamaya, like that. He also says pranam brahmeti vyajanat. Initially that person comes and says annam brahmeti vyajanat bhrugu. Then next line he says mano brahmeti vyajanat, pranam brahmeti vyajanat, mano brahmeti vyajanat, vijnanam brahmeti vyajanat. These are the levels through which bhrugu moves up. So like that, here pranam brahmeti vyajanat, they are quoting that kosha pranamaya samyak vistarena prapanchitah. It is so well elaborated in the Shrutis. So that is what is the pramana, that is what they say. Pranaha pranadayah. Again, ye vai tasmin pure jagrati. Pranadaya eva etasmin pure jagrati. Prashnopanishad 1. Pranadayah eva etasmin pure. This in this puri. Puri is what? Puram. Puram is, what is the etymological meaning for puram? Puriyate, something like that. That which is filled, that which is going to be filled is something called puram. So, etasmin pure jagrati. Purusha, of course we know. Purusha, puri shete iti purusha, that's a different one. Puri shete means in this puri, shete, he exists. Means he shines in this body-mind complex. He shines in this, not body, in this antahkarana. So that is the reason why I say Purusha. Purusha, when we say, we are referring to that Chaitanyam which is reflecting in our consciousness. That is what is Purusha. So he, not Purayati, Puriyate, something like that. It is not filling, it is getting filled, isn't it? Pranadaya eva etasmin pure jagrati ityadina prana jagaranam struyate. Prana jagaranam means prana is always awake. It is struyate. Tat prane prasanna udatishtat taduktham abhavat tadeta duktham iti. Tat prane prasanna udatishtat. This is again a line from Chandogya Upanishad. Prane prasannaha udatishtat. With all those pranas, udatishtat means he got up. Taduktham. Uktham means samaveda. We have to check up from that line Chandogya Upanishad why it is called Chanda, why that word is referring to Samaveda. I will just check up and tell. Tad uktham abhavat tadeta duktham iti. Pranasya shraishthyadikam shruyate. That is, the greatness of prana is also told in some other place. Anyontara-atma pranamayaha. That we see in that Taittiriya Upanishad. Anyontara-atma pranamayaha. Anyontara-atma manomayaha. Anyontara-atma vijnanamaya. One after the other we see. So it is from that line. Ityadina pranamaya koshaha prapanchitaha. Prapanchita means it has been very well elaborated. Adi shabdena prana samvada praveshadikam grahyam. Adi. Where is this? Prana shraishtyadikam. Prana shraishtyadikam. That Adi shabdena we have to take prana samveda, prana samvada, all these things. Prana, there, prana in that context, prana samvadam. Prana refers to indriyas in that context. So prana samvadam, aham shreyase vivadamanaha. They do argue one among themselves. So that is prana samvadam, prana indriyas. Prana, there again, prana, here in this prana samvada praveshadikam. Prana, they are actually referring to indriyas. Sometimes, depending on the context, the word prana also means indriya. So in that context, the prana also means indriya. In addition to mukhya prana. Mukhya prana is this vital air. Other things are pranas. That word is used in that sense there. Praveshadikam grahyam. So pranendriya samvada is referring to that. So I think we will continue in the next class. So this uktam I should have checked up. This line reference is not given in Ramakrishna edition also because they don't carry this tika. So this tika, unfortunately, they have not given the reference. I will just check up whether I can locate it in Chandogya Upanishad. Harihi Om Tat Sat.